Cultural Interview by Mingjun Ma. We found 3 Singaporean local as our interviewees to finish this cultural interview. They are Mr. J, who's Malaysian-born, Singapore permanent resident, Miss B, who's Chinese Singaporean, and Mr. D, who's also Chinese Singaporean. For each interviewees, they were given 10 interview questions to answer in order for us to get more information about the interview focus. Here are the 3 main focus for this interview presentation. First, we will walk through our interviewees' perspectives towards Singaporean culture. How would they think about themselves? Then, we would learn more insights about significant influences impacted by Singaporean culture. How did it develop? Lastly, we would explore the future of this culture. Well, I'd like to get more insights on how my interviewees thought towards their culture. Therefore, we offered related questions during the interview. For example, we asked our interviewees to describe their culture using some adjectives. The result shows a great sense of extremity, from cosmopolitan to xenophobic, kind to self-centered, and well-mannered to rude. Even though the polarization we get through our result, it still makes sense, as just like people's personality, cultural perspectives also have 2 sides, positive and negative. We also explored more about workplace culture in Singapore. Singaporeans treat work relations as professional relationship. They would like to separate work from their private lives. Colleagues within the company have little interactions besides of their work in the daytime. Singaporeans strictly follow punctuality on their work. Arriving late is even treated as an insult. On the contrary, Singaporeans tend to arrive late for social events. This can also be treated as polarization in cultures. Plus, one of the most essential elements in Singapore culture is family. During the interview, I asked my interviewees which of the 4 indicators, health, wealth, success, and loved ones, they valued the most. Almost all of them choose loved ones. Some of them choose loved ones and health. Even Singapore is strictly competitive, but Singaporeans may be tried to balance family responsibilities and work commitments, especially if they have young children or elderly parents to look after. For young people, they may not be engaged too much to their family, like having dinners together every night, but they will if it's applicable. After the interview, my direct impression about impacts received by the culture would be the establishment of Republic of Singapore, which leads to the start of sustainable multiculturalism and social harmony among races. And after decades of interracial connections, Singapore has formed one unique culture. Besides, as one of the largest trade ports in Asia, Singapore received impacts from all over the world. For example, for the music in Singapore, Chinese pop, American pop, K-pop, Japanese pop, are the most popular music in Singapore. While we ask people for the holiday that are observed countrywide, the most answer we hear for our National Day in commemoration of Singapore's independence from Malaysia and Christmas. Therefore, both the unique culture in Singapore and outside influence like Western culture have impacted Singapore. Right now, people still associate with their ancestors' cultures. For example, Chinese descendants follow the Chinese traditional holiday, cuisine, and cultural habits. So do other races' descendants. However, for Singaporeans who are born and raised in multicultural enclaves, their daily experiences are multicultural, with a peaceful intergroup context, such as in Singapore, unique culture formed, and managed to continue to maintain this multiculture. To achieve the goal, multiculturalism are performed in education. There are 4 official languages: Malay, Mandarin, Tamil, and English in Singapore. All of the 4 official languages could be learned from school. In a word, the multicultural education is one of the foundations of multiculturalism in Singapore and ways to maintain sustainable intercultural harmony in the future. In the world, immigrations and refugees attracted many attentions. Singapore shows the world a perfect example of forming unique culture and make sustainable racial harmonies. As long as Singapore government and Singaporean people stick to current situation, Singaporean culture would continue to be stable and prosperous. Thank you.